always on your side. This is First Coast News at 11.
Don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move.
Breaking news, a massive search is underway right now for the driver of a stolen car who rammed a patrol car in St. Johns County. Now, this is all happening along County Road 210 near I-95, and dozens of deputies have been searching this area tonight on the ground and from the air.
And tonight, people in that area are being told to lock their doors as that search continues. Jeff Vallen is on your side tonight, live at the scene with the latest for us.
Yes, good evening. And just to give you some vantage point, we are right next to the on-ramp to the southbound I-95 off of County Road 210. I want to step out of this and give you a look. There's a stolen silver Toyota that is in the ditch right there. That was the end point of a chase. I want to turn your attention now to the police vehicles just off to the left there, where police right now are questioning a woman. It looks like she is wearing handcuffs. We, of course, can't hear what that discussion is about, but that just gives you some idea of just how active this scene is. Now, again, this is the end point of a chase where that stolen silver Toyota wound up in the ditch next to Phantom Fireworks. After a chase that began near Route 13 at the Julington Creek Bridge, the driver led police on a chase that at one point included ramming a police vehicle. Fortunately, the officer wasn't injured. There were 4 people in the car. 3 of them have been detained, but the driver, said to be a woman, fled on foot, reportedly into the woods and marshy area behind the Starbucks next to Phantom Fireworks. We don't know whether the woman we're just showing you is that woman. Now, a gentleman who was inside Starbucks at the time tells me that for a time, employees locked the doors of a precaution. And speaking of which, like Anthony was talking about, that woman is still on the loose as far as we know, and police say they don't know whether she is armed or dangerous. As a precaution, they ask people living in the area to lock their houses and their cars. Remember, this is a woman who allegedly stole one car, and as police say, likely wouldn't hesitate to take yours if it's unlocked and the keys are inside. But as you can see, this is still a very active scene. We don't know, again, whether the woman that is being questioned by police right now, what her connection is to this. As far as we know, that the search continues in the woods just off this way. Police equipped with canines in some pretty rugged territory out in the dark and some marshy areas there. But we will keep you updated on air and online as this develops. Live in St. Johns County, Jeff Vallen, First Coast News on your side.
Jeff, thank you. So I want to show you some new video coming in tonight showing just how widespread the scene has been tonight along County Road 210. I spoke with a woman who lives in this area. She told me just a little while ago, several canines and deputies searched her property. They were even looking under her shed, trying to find the driver who rammed the patrol car. Again, police have not told us at this point if that 4th suspect has been captured. We're going to continue to stay there on the scene. We'll update you on air and online as this story develops. And First Coast News was the first station to alert you about this police chase and this massive search. So if you want to get the latest updates about news in your neighborhood, just download the First Coast News app. It is free.
Another story we're following tonight at 11. Another woman hit by a car while sunbathing at the beach. This is the second time it's happened in Fernandina Beach in just a month.
Yeah, in just a month. It's also happened at other nearby beaches recently, leaving multiple people with everything from broken necks to broken legs. And First Coast News' Shelby Danielson is on your side. She joins us live tonight with the latest. Shelby?
Well, Heather and Anthony, this woman, 53 years old, from out of town, she was sunbathing right over here. Now, down where you can see some tire tracks. We're told by witnesses that the vehicle bounced off the top of this sand here and then hit her below down there. After that happened, we're told the driver then accelerated and left the beach through the exit, which you can see out there. You can see our headlights. That's where that person exited. That happened around 2 o'clock today. The driver immediately left the scene. It was a silver Jeep Cherokee, and they were actually located less than 3 miles away, police say. Now, that suspect refused to talk to police for more than an hour initially until he was asked to do so by another homeowner. And we were told by beachgoers that several sea turtle nests, even birds, had been run over lately by cars, so there was a lot of concern about this. Some beachgoers here said cars on the beach have become such a bigger concern, they've been trying to address it with the city commission.
If we get rid of the beach parking, the question is where to put these vehicles. And you know, the forefathers didn't look into the future and see this perhaps, and now it's coming to a head with all the growth.
And like that beachgoer said, he actually blamed the growing number of cars on the beach because it's just so dense around here right now. And as we said, this is the second sunbather to be run over in this county in less than a month. The last incident happened at Peters Point. Attorney John Phillips requested the city commission issue a moratorium to prevent driving on the beach. So we asked the city manager tonight if this second incident meant inevitable change for cars on the sand here.
I think they're going to seriously consider. I can't speak for the 5 city commissioners, but I think this again brings it to the forefront and raises the issue of, do we have to do more for safety?
That driver is now in custody and is expected to face charges. As for the woman who was run over here, we know that she is in serious condition, but not life-threatening condition. We'll, of course, keep you updated. Reporting live in Fernandina Beach, Shelby Danielson, First Coast News, on your side.
Shelby, thank you for that update. Dead birds spotted on the sand at Jacksonville Beach, and tonight it's a mystery surrounding how they got there.
Sure is. A First Coast News viewer shared these disturbing photos with us. At least one of them appears to be a duck.
Okay, this morning me and my husband were coming out to see the sunrise pictures, and we noticed some things laying next to the water, so we went over to look at it, and what looks to me like 4 ducks. 2 of them with their head cut off, and 2 of them looks like their necks were wrenched.
Goodness. Well, the FWC urges anyone who sees something like this always to report it to them. The department says it will help scientists determine the best course of action.
New tonight at 11, dating app danger here on the First Coast. Jacksonville police say someone is luring women on dating apps and then just robbing them.
A very serious situation. Now, in 2 of these cases, victims say they were sexually assaulted. Jeff Fallon's on your side looking into this crime trend on the west side.
It can happen absolutely anywhere.
But it's been happening here at an alarming rate lately. 4 people robbed at gunpoint, 2 others sexually assaulted just since March near the intersection of South Lane and Manatac Avenues. JSO believes all by the same guy.
I always thought this was a safe area, but ever since I heard that, I really don't go outside like that.
Not just changing patterns for women, but for some men in the area. This gentleman has been looking out for one of his friends.
Well, I've been meeting her at the bus stop when she gets off late after dark and make sure she's all right.
The motive is very similar in all the cases, as well as the suspect description that's been given.
Victim reports indicate a similar approach as well.
They are engaging with this unknown suspect online through various dating as well as online buying websites.
An FBI report last year placed Florida in the top 3 states for internet-related crime, although Florida does rank 3rd in population. But the recent trend in this West Side neighborhood is begetting particular caution.
I would bring someone with me who I know could fight.
That's one good strategy, say police.
If you're not able to, make sure you have given your information to a family member or a friend or anyone that you can say, hey, I'm going to meet this person at this place and time. Check on me.
Preferably a well-lit public place with lots of people around.
You need to be super cautious when dealing with unknown people.
Whether it's a date or a deal.
Absolutely.
And that was Jeff Fallon reporting tonight. So if you have any leads that can help police solve these cases, please call Crime Stoppers. The number's right there on your screen, 866-845-TIPS.
Dramatic new video tonight from 2 house fires in Jacksonville. This first video actually shows flames shooting out of the window of a home on Brigadier Street in the urban core, Brigadier Street. 2 adults and 1 child escaped that fire, which is under investigation. And just blocks away, 4 adults escaped this fire. You can see the flames consuming what looks like half the house. Firefighters are still trying to figure out what started it all.
Now to a story you'll see only on First Coast News. A Blackshear firefighter nearly killed while helping kids cross the street is making a remarkable recovery. And tonight, our On Your Side team is getting results, helping to make that intersection on Highway 84 safer. Crystal Bailey is on your side. She joins us from Brooks Rehab. Crystal?
Johnny Anderson is here at Brooks Rehab Facility. Now, over the last 6 weeks, he's been healing from some pretty bad injuries, including neck and back fractures and a brain bleed. But tomorrow, he's heading home.
We're like a big family. Everybody helps everybody.
Johnny Anderson says he'd only been helping out the kids for a couple of months before the accident, and he doesn't remember anything.
I actually didn't know where I was at when I first got to Brooks.
He's been a firefighter for over 30 years, but in a small town like Blackshear, everyone does their part to help. So when the police chief asked if he could help kids cross Highway 84,
So I jumped all over it and told him I'd be more than happy to.
Police Chief Chris Wright says they'd been trying to get a light at the corner at Country Farm Road for years. He says it's the most dangerous intersection in the city.
When you got 13 to 1,400 cars that go in there within 30 minutes of a morning and come out in the afternoons, I mean, you need something.
Finally, the Georgia Department of Transportation told city leaders they will be installing a light in August. The safety improvements will enhance the intersection, and first responders will not be needed in the middle of the intersection directing traffic.
This took all these years to get it. And we've had a bunch of wrecks there and all, but I guess it took me to get the light, to get hit.
For the last 6 weeks, Anderson has regained many of his motor skills. He can now walk short distances with little assistance. He says he's ready to get home. And Chief Wright says the city will be welcoming Anderson home with a police escort down Main Street.
Once I get home, I still have to go to rehab. And it'd be a little bit before I get back to going like I want to.
Doctors assure us that Anderson will walk again. He says he's planning on getting back to work as soon as he's able. The chief of police tells us that crash is still under investigation and that Georgia State Patrol is leading it. Reporting for First Coast News, I'm Crystal Bailey on your side.
So glad he's going to be okay, Crystal. Thank you. We want to update you now on that breaking news in St. Johns County. We're getting new information now from the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office.
Let's go back out live to Jeff Vallon, who has the latest for us. Jeff.
Well, Anthony and Heather, this is still quite an active scene, and I'm going to step right out of frame and let you know where we are and what we're looking at. We are by the on-ramp to the southbound side of I-95 off of County Road 210, right by Phantom Fireworks. That is a landmark right next to here. Police right now are questioning a woman. It looks like she is definitely wearing handcuffs at the hood of that police vehicle. There are lots and lots of police vehicles, or have been throughout the course of this evening. Now, if we sweep a little bit over to the right here, you're going to see a silver Toyota that is banged up there. That was stolen earlier this evening, and police spotted it near the Julington Creek Bridge, Route 13, and the Julington Creek Bridge there. So a chase ensued. That chase included the driver ramming a police vehicle. Fortunately, the officer was not hurt in that vehicle, but eventually the chase came to an end here at the entrance to I-95 South. There were 4 people in the car, we are told. 3 of them have been detained. The 4th, a woman who was at the wheel, was reported to have ran off on foot and into the woodsy area, the marsh and woodsy area behind the Phantom Fireworks and the Starbucks. In fact, Starbucks locked its doors for a period of time tonight, one customer told me. But flashing back to right now, and we don't know whether the woman that you see in your picture there is the woman who was at the wheel of that vehicle. We have no idea what the connection is, what her connection is to this situation, but we can tell you that if that is not the suspect, then that person is still on the loose and would be out in the woods just over here yonder, where police have been bringing canines out and searching for much of the evening here tonight. Now, of course, obviously still a very active and fluid situation, but police are cautioning that you keep your doors locked and make sure that your car doors are locked, because if there is still a suspect on the loose, he or she, we're told it is probably a she, might be very likely to grab your car and steal that if it is easy for them to do so. So lock your doors and remain safe. Call police if you know anything or see anything. But in the meantime, we'll keep you updated on air and online. We're live in St. Johns County at County Road 210 and I-95 southbound. Jeff Vallon, First Coast News, on your side.
Jeff, thank you. And just to reiterate, we're not sure if that woman that we were showing there in that video is actually related to this police chase. She does not match the description that we were given earlier. So once again, we're going to try to get the latest information for you. But once again, that woman you saw there in the handcuffs, we're not exactly sure if she's actually related to this police chase.
And police say they're going to continue to have deputies in that area tonight. So if you see anything suspicious, do give them a call. Well, when it comes to protecting your home, it is all about finding the balance between what you can afford to pay and what you can't afford to lose.
But with so many options these days, what's the best one for you? Eric Alvarez is on your side, helping you protect your home in tonight's Stay Up and Save.
For decades, traditional security systems dominated the industry, but now do-it-yourself doorbell cameras are changing the game. The two most popular are Ring by Amazon and Nest by Google. Here's how they stack up. An 8-piece Ring alarm system by Amazon is $239. The Video Doorbell Pro is an additional $249. The Nest 5-piece security system is $299 with a $100 rebate, but you also need to dish out $229 for the doorbell camera. Out of the two, the Ring system with camera is $488. The Nest system with camera is $40 more at $528 with fewer pieces. The Ring system offers 24/7 professional monitoring at just $10 a month. No long-term contracts or cancellation fees. That's less than half the cost of the Nest system Brinks monitoring service at $29 a month with no contract. Traditional security systems generally offer free installation, which saves you on the front end. But the monthly plans can be more expensive with long-term contracts that can end up costing you after a few years. As for other options, many people keep firearms in the house. Now, there have been plenty of examples where guns protected homes after a break-in, but it's also been well documented in Jacksonville and other cities that burglars often break into homes and cars specifically looking to steal the guns they know are there.
But there is another well-known and affordable option. The U.S. Department of Justice says burglars are more likely to avoid homes with dogs. Larger dogs pose an obvious physical threat, but even small dogs can bark and attract attention. Of course, you do have to feed the dog for life, which does add up over the years, but you also get a lifelong companion. Eric Alvarez, First Coast News, on your side.
Very interesting. Several options there to help save you money and also keep your home safe.
I've always tried to go with the dog route. I had a Great Dane, and you know what? He was the nicest dog, but people were scared of him. It'd be a great security system. Another story we have for you tonight, an alert for all parents. You may want to check your child's social media accounts. According to a new study, teenagers as young as 13 are buying and selling drugs on Snapchat. The National Institutes of Health reported more than 3/4 of those interviewed said that they used Snapchat to buy drugs. Researchers say Venmo or Cash App is often used for these transactions.
Well, caught on camera, a video that is very hard to watch. A small child is run over by a police cruiser. This happened in Boston. The cruiser, as you saw, was at a stop when this 1-year-old little girl stepped in front of the SUV. The officer pulled away, running over her. Now, onlookers, including her mom, rushed to her aid. Now, this is pretty amazing. Her most serious injury is a broken collarbone. That little girl is okay. She's expected to make a full recovery. Wow, she's very fortunate.
Now, weather with your First Coast News storm experts, powered by AC Designs.
Wow. Okay, so suddenly hot, dry weather doesn't seem so bad, but why don't we talk about it? If you check out our 7-day outlook, well, that's what you see for the next 7 days, if anything becoming hotter and day by day drier and drier. So any signs of a red sky out there as far as showing us possibly some widespread rain? Well, I do think well off in the distance and on the horizon, we'll begin to start seeing some, let's call it tropical energy coming out of the deep equatorial Caribbean, and then also some Pacific energy breaking through the current heat wave that is gradually developing. When? Probably about the first week of June. Yeah, it's still a long way off. Let's take a look at the quiet downtown river and the River City by the sea. In fact, you're looking from the North Bank at the bend there. So you're looking from the North Bank across the narrow part of the river down south toward the wider sections of the St. Johns. The moon isn't up yet, and so, well, it's not going to rise till 11 o'clock. I mentioned that because pretty good sky gazing until that big bright moon gets out there. It'd be nice if our hurricane season cooperated like Tropical Storm Anna went right along with the forecast and now is dissipating. So there's some good news. So what about that Caribbean equatorial energy? Again, that's all we're going to call it for now. Where are we talking about? Way down here, where the intertropical convergence zone that goes from Africa across the Atlantic into the Pacific. We're going to watch some energy actually in the Pacific that might come back toward the Caribbean. But again, that is a long way off. We did have some isolated showers develop with the sea breeze. That is about it, and that's about the only type of precipitation we're probably going to see for the next 7 days. Now, there's a lot of discussion about record heat. Not the next couple of days. In fact, if anything, not as hot through Thursday. Then we start to heat up with near record heat into Memorial Weekend. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
We want to take you back out live to the scene. This is County Road 210 right off of I-95. That is a stolen car that police say led them on a chase tonight, and it ended when they rammed a St. Johns County Sheriff's officer. The deputy's okay. 3 people have been detained and questioned, but police say they are still searching for the driver of that car. St. Johns County Sheriff deputies just telling us that they're starting to scale back the search effort tonight. They will be on the scene throughout the night, and if anyone in that area sees anyone suspicious walking around the 210 I-95 area, please call police and report it. Also, they're encouraging everyone there to keep your doors locked.
Now to an exclusive. First Coast News has uncovered new drug violations, including cocaine, for racing greyhounds at Best Bet Orange Park. Voters in Florida said back in November they want greyhound racing to stop. Tracks have to close by the end of 2020, but are the dogs still racing, being hurt? Our Jeannie Blaylock has a look at those new violations tonight.
Here comes Rusty.
We have uncovered these lab reports from state records in 2018 and 2019. 16 new cases of drug violations at Best Bet Orange Park, drugs the state does not allow in racing greyhounds. The state saying the University of Florida Racing Lab collected urine samples and found a, quote, prohibited substance in the body of the animal in each case. The samples taken under new state procedural regulations.
In the 5th, 5 hits to mark, 3 rushes up, 1.
In this new batch of violations, according to the state, a dog named LK's Hopscotch tested positive for cocaine on February 6th this year, just over 3 months ago. And this time around, lab tests found other prohibited drugs in racing greyhounds in Orange Park, most often methylcarbamol.
Back to where they came from.
I checked with Dr. Carlos Aguiar, a veterinarian who specializes in soft tissue surgery. He says methylcarbamol is a central nervous system muscle relaxant.
It's not an over-the-counter drug, it's a prescription medication.
He says the drug is given when a dog needs to rest from, say, a sprain or some injury.
It has to be out of the system before it is able to run.
Another veterinarian who chose not to be identified told me it raises concern if the dog should be racing. It can mask an underlying soft tissue injury. Dr. Aguiar brought up the same worry.
It does concern me, yeah, that they're using drugs to mask injuries.
To be clear, neither vet was treating the greyhounds in Orange Park.
So what is Best Bet doing to stop these drug violations? I reached out to Jamie Shelton, president of Best Bet Orange Park. As of yet, we haven't heard back. I did hear, though, from Jennifer Newcomb today, president of a new group of kennel owners and race dog owners called Support Working Animals. Newcomb says they plan to sue the state.